Should you wait to be fully healed before you begin dating? A good friend of mine and I were having this conversation last night, and most people tend to take the stance of you should be fully healed, so that way you ensure that you're not going to take your emotions out on your partner and basically ruin something good with someone great. And I even used to think in the past that you should try to be as close to fully healed as possible before dating. But I've come to realize that may not ever truly be a thing we can attain, being fully healed, because as human beings, we're just naturally going to be imperfect. Like, I've talked in past videos about how you can never fully get rid of your insecurities, right? There will always be some form of insecurities that you'll have to deal with. All you can really do is mitigate the crap out of them. So you can make your insecurity go from having like 90% impact on you to maybe having like 5% impact on you. But it's still there. It still exists. You haven't fully gotten rid of it. You've just drastically reduced the way that it affects you and your behavior. So, knowing that, can you ever be truly fully healed? Probably not. So we shouldn't aim to be fully healed before we begin dating. Instead, what you should aim for is to be at a place where you know you can handle your emotions in a healthy manner, meaning that you're not going to take your emotions out on the person that you're dating. This is incredibly important because so many people don't do this, and that's how they often end up ruining something good with someone great. They feel an emotion and they immediately act on it, which means taking it out on that person. And that is a recipe for disaster. So this is the one thing I believe you should work on. Rather than waiting to be fully healed, just wait until you're at a place where you have better control over your reaction to your emotions. Because obviously you can't control your emotions, you can't stop yourself from feeling them, so just work on controlling the way you react to them. Meaning, try to get to as close to a place as possible where you don't immediately act on your emotions, where you can delay that action as much as possible, if not indefinitely, for most emotions. Most emotions simply aren't worth acting on, especially when it comes to relationships. Like, learning that emotional maturity will help your relationships so much that I would put it up there as one of the most important things to work on if you want to create healthy relationships. So, there you go. That's pretty much the gist of this video. You do not need to be fully healed before you pursue dating. Just make sure that you have good control of your emotions before you do so. That's basically the one thing you should focus on. But yeah, you don't need to be completely perfect and 100% healed, because that's probably not going to happen. But I just want to throw one last little tidbit in here at the end of the video that's not quite as relevant, but still pretty relevant. I do believe it's important to find supportive people. So even if you're still working on healing, there are people out there who will be supportive and who will like you enough and care about you enough to help you on your healing journey. Now, these people aren't going to be super common, I would say, but if you have worked on that first part, that being able to handle your emotions in a healthy manner, you're going to have an easier time attracting these people. Because even though they'll know that you're not quite where you wish to be in life, you may not be 100% happy, you may be working on your career goals, you may be dealing with a breakup or whatever it may be, but so long as you are able to control your emotions in a healthy manner, you can attract someone who will be supportive of you even as you work on your healing. So that's always an option, but you truly do need to already be in somewhat of a good place in regards to your own emotional maturity before I believe you'll be able to attract one of these people. Because otherwise, you could easily scare them away. I mean, I've tried to help women heal from like breakups and divorce, and even though I was willing to be supportive and I cared about them, they weren't ready yet. A lot of them were emotionally unavailable, and that was my own fault for not recognizing it at the time. Actually, with one of them, I did recognize it, and I just stupidly powered through. And yeah, so sometimes that will happen where you can meet someone great, and if you aren't ready to provide space for them and you aren't ready to handle your emotions in a healthy way, you can scare them away. So that's why I caveat that that's something you should work on first. But you do not need to be fully healed to find one of these great partners. But anyway, guys, now that's 100% of what I have for you in this video. I truly hope you enjoyed this one, and if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, like the video, leave a comment for the algorithm, and yeah, let me know what you thought about this topic, and let me know if you have any other tips for other people out there in regards to dating while not fully healed, or even let me know if you have tips for other people on how to heal. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Arrivederci.